You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
That really is everything I'm trying to do here, folks. Use satire to bring you the truth. Well, guess what? There is an SHTF battle on for your kids, your grandkids. Now, even if you don't have kids, it's not a war over the kids. It's a battle for control of the kids. The war is to destroy America, to destroy you. So whether or not you have children or grandchildren, regardless, the war is to defeat you. To defeat the Constitution defeats us as people. This is incredible, folks, what I want to talk to you about right now. Parents of a 12-year-old girl have filed a federal lawsuit against the school because their 12-year-old daughter attempted suicide twice at school after months and months of secret meetings with a counselor at the school. Now, the daughter trying to commit suicide twice, parents didn't even hear about the first one because she was being annoyed, bullied. She sought counseling. She saw all of the very special rainbow paraphernalia, literature, guidance, and all of this was kept secret. Now, this federal lawsuit came out, folks. And let me just read you the first 4 causes in the lawsuit. There's a dozen different federal complaints against this school. I'm going to give you the first 4 because they fall under violation of civil rights by the government, right? The school, right? Number 1, right? Under 42 USC 1983 is granted by the U.S. Constitution first for denying the Perez's, that's the parents, due process of their fundamental parental right to direct the education and upbringing of their child. That was interfered with, that was violated. The second cause is for violation of their fundamental right to direct the medical and mental health decision-making for their child. The school claimed that that was their right, their authority, and they took that from the parents. Number 3, the third cause of action is a violation of their right to familial privacy by, quote, implicitly affirming, quote, that Mr. and Mrs. Perez, quote, unreasonably not agree with their daughter's assumption of a male name because of their religious beliefs and therefore cannot be trusted to be informed or involved in decision-making related to her identity. Cause for the 4th violation, folks, is the Perez's rights to free exercise of their faith and for targeting their, quote, beliefs regarding the created order, human nature, sexuality, gender, ethics, and morality, which constitute central components of their sincerely held beliefs. In other words, folks, and there's a lot more complaints besides, this counselor, the school policy and policies and attitude is that parents don't have rights. We are right now in an extremely dangerous place. Yesterday, I detailed how Antifa is being used in Germany, how Antifa is being used in the United States of America and around the world. Antifa foot soldiers, folks, are youth corrupted with Marxist ideology and communist desires. That is the desire not to work and just take from other people. Ultimately, communism results in the murder of tens of millions of people in every country it's tried. Large countries, that is, like Russia and China. This is incredible. Folks, we already have that problem, communist indoctrination, but they're going deeper and deeper into this with the destruction of our children's innocence, destruction of their identities by projecting onto them the belief that, yeah, you can be whatever you want. You can identify as whatever you want. Now, to give you a bit of good news, this poor girl who has attempted to commit suicide twice, hanging herself. She was so distraught over this push to change identity, so distraught, right, by the counselor, right, who convinced her parents weren't good. so confused that she wanted to commit suicide. There's kids out there, folks, right now, and it has been. This is not the first case nor the second. Children out there are doing what? Changing their sexual identity. They're changing their names. They're changing their last names. They're changing who they are. Being told that their parents are bad, and so they can just change their identity. Told that their traditions and culture is bad, and that they should adopt these sick, perverted, and Marxist ideas. Things aren't getting better in the world, folks. They're getting worse. And if you think they're bad now with youth, including people in all the way up into their 40s, these millennials, these older millennials, younger millennials, and now centennials in their 20s and 30s, folks. They don't know their gender. They don't know their country. They don't know their history. They don't know their traditions. They've been wiped clean. They've been programmed, indoctrinated with Marxist concepts. They've disavowed their parents, disavowed their nation, refused to learn the Constitution, refused to learn history with regard to America, except to learn the history that is corrupted by their teachers. This is a war over America, but this particular battle is over their future warriors, the children. They want your children and your grandchildren to fight you to destroy their own country by abandoning it or viewing it as wrong. Critical race theory is just like this. It is another battle for the minds of children. Critical race theory, which is teaching children that being white is bad. It's inherently evil. There is no cure for it. You just must lay down in front of anybody and worship them because they say you're evil and bad. Ultimately, that's what's it. To deny yourself your rights, to deny yourself goodness, is to claim that you aren't worthy of it. And then to look at another set of human beings as superior. They're both victim that you should accept and superior. It's an incredible mental set of gymnastics that they're doing, but they're doing it with schools, folks. At the same time, parents are out there fighting back at school board meetings, and they're being labeled by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Attorney General's office, the Department of Justice, labeling them domestic terrorists. Tell me this isn't a battle. Tell me we're not engaged in an information war. Tell me our children, our grandchildren are not part of this. I don't believe you can, because those with eyes to see and ears to hear can both see and hear everything that's happening. Teachers don't like the fact that now conservative, red-blooded Americans are running for school board. They're taking that time and they're getting elected and they're replacing these leftist members, leftist, Marxist, communists. And teachers are saying, hey, we don't like that. We're going to go on strike. We're not going to teach your kids because we don't like the school board that the people elected. It's not just a joke, folks. It's not some cutesy thing. It's not just California or Illinois or New York. It is everywhere. It's pervasive, top to bottom, sea to shining sea. There is a battle on for the minds of our children, our grandchildren. And it's over the future of the United States of America. They want these disassociated children who have disassociated with their parents, they've disassociated with America, to grow up and adopt whatever it is their teachers, the colleges put in their minds. This is a huge step in communism, folks, to separate children from the nuclear family. The nuclear family is the father, the mother, and the siblings, and the care for that unit and that family's cultures and traditions, which is a part of a greater set of cultures and traditions that we call the United States of America. Our laws, our beliefs, our common foundation, our common desire. It's all been replaced with Marxist indoctrination. It is so damaging to a child's psyche, folks, that they will commit suicide. They will attempt to commit suicide. They will alienate themselves from their own families, run away, change their names, because they are so damaged by the threats, by the social pressure. When I was growing up, folks, this thing called peer pressure became something that we discussed. Yeah, there's peer pressure, and we were told it was wrong. That is bullying to pick on people because of the way they look, act, dress, talk. Don't bully, don't bully, don't bully. Don't use peer pressure to get people to take drugs. Don't use peer pressure to get people to drink alcohol. Don't use peer pressure to get people to smoke. Instead, they use peer pressure to push their politics. And now you can't push back, or you're a domestic terrorist. Folks, what I'm going to tell you right now is you're not terrorists. You're Americans. Whether you're a parent, a grandparent, or not a parent at all, your country, my country, is on the line. Get involved locally with the school. And if someone says, you don't even have kids here, who gives a shit? What they're doing to the kids is ruining the country. Antifa, all of those 20-something losers out there with tattoos on their face and pink and purple and green hair. Sure, be stylish, be fashionable. Dye your hair. Get tattoos, be cool, be fashionable. Have fun with it. But you combine that sort of I hate my parents mentality with the I hate my country mentality, with I'm going to commit acts of violence against normal people. And I don't have anything against colored hair or tattoos, folks. But when you combine it all, you get a much clearer picture. I had that little talk with Rudy the other day. Yeah, when you see someone walking and they got that shark attitude, right? They got that low IQ, low brow look they're giving you. You don't need more than that. When you see an Antifa person staring at you out of eyes that are filled with hate and are still soulless, you know who you're dealing with. Those used to be children at one point, folks, until they were corrupted. Parents, yeah, there's some bad parents out there, folks. But the school system spends far more time with students, with children, and they know it. And they know it. And they know it. They've taken advantage of it. So much so that schools and staff and administration, they all think they know better, that they're the authority. Shit hitting the fan, folks, isn't about just the lights going out. It's not just about making sure you have food in your pantry. It's more than just having self-defense. You need psychological defense, a prepared mind. You're psychologically prepared for all of this because you keep up on current events. That's what we do here on The Prepared Mind, and I want to thank you for supporting all of our efforts to continue to talk about these topics because they matter, while they try and censor us, silence us, punish us, destroy us. This is not an angry rant. Folks, this is, right, an American talking, an American thinking, just like you. We talk, we think, we act, and we want to be free. Chance favors the prepared mind, folks. Aren't you glad you're a prepper? Spread the word, wake people up, get involved, prep to action. Semper Fi and Godspeed.